Most people can talk for hours about football, stats, rivalries, transfers, tactics. It's not just a sport, it's an identity. And then there's you, the one who doesn't watch. You've probably heard it 100 times. How can you not like football? People say it with disbelief, as if disinterest is a flaw that needs explaining. But what if not watching football says less about your preferences and more about how your mind works? Psychologists call it value mismatch, when society finds pleasure in something your brain simply doesn't respond to. It's not rebellion, arrogance, or apathy. It's alignment, a reflection of where your attention finds meaning. Because people who don't watch football usually fall into a few distinct psychological types, and each one reveals something powerful about how they think, feel, and connect with the world. Type 1. The Autonomy Seeker. They don't hate the sport, they just don't need it. Their excitement comes from progress, not spectacle. They get dopamine from doing, building, achieving. While others celebrate a goal, they're working on a goal of their own. Psychologists say this group has high intrinsic motivation. They don't rely on shared emotion for fulfillment. They find meaning through self-growth, not collective energy. To others, they might seem distant or uninterested. But in truth, they're just focused, wired to find satisfaction in what they create, not what they consume. Type 2. The Disenchanted Fan. They used to care. They used to watch. They remember the excitement, the emotion, the ritual. But somewhere along the way, something changed. They started seeing through the system, the marketing, the money, the endless glorification of players who feel more like brands than humans. For them, cheering started to feel meaningless. This is existential detachment, when entertainment no longer nourishes your sense of purpose. They don't reject football out of bitterness. They step back out of awareness. They realized celebrating strangers doesn't solve real problems. They still respect the game. They just don't worship it. Type 3, the Stimulus Collector. This group doesn't lack passion, they just redirect it. Their energy flows into things that feel alive. Music, gaming, art, technology. Stories that challenge their mind. They have what psychologists call diversified stimulation patterns. Their brains crave novelty, complexity, and personal relevance. Football feels repetitive to them, predictable. They'd rather dive into experiences that make them think, feel, and interact. Not because they look down on the sport, but because their reward system values creativity over routine. They don't need to watch someone else's victory. They want to experience their own. Type 4. The Practical Realist. This group is often the most misunderstood. They're not cynical, thus they're honest. They ask, why should I spend hours watching millionaires kick a ball while I'm struggling to build my life? It's not jealousy, it's clarity. They see entertainment for what it is, temporary escape. When life feels uncertain, watching others live their dreams can feel painful. This mindset reflects emotional economy, the instinct to protect emotional energy by investing it where it truly matters. They don't hate the sport, they just don't see the point. And that's not apathy, it's awareness. A different kind of awareness. None of these types are wrong. They're simply different answers to the same question. Where does your focus go when the world screams for attention? Not watching football isn't about being different. It's about what your mind values. Some people find meaning in belonging. Others find it in becoming. When your brain values peace more than noise, growth more than distraction, and purpose more than popularity, it's not that you don't care about the game. It's that you've chosen to play your own.